Hello students, now we are going to see about Office Talk. Okay, this is the first material that we have in Speaking 3 and hopefully that you can follow the slides better. Okay, while explaining about this, I hope that you can also see your handouts. Okay, prepare your handouts and then after that I'm going to explain the content of the handouts into the slides over here. Now we are coming into the concept. The first one, this topic concerns on how you check your work and others' work in the office. So this topic, Office Talk, is going to try to check about your work, about others' work. Yeah, and it's all about administrative or secretarial duties. So for example, like what you see from the slide. So for example, when we are talking about secretarial duties, it comes into the writing documents, check data, organize meetings, for example, or managing database, arranging appointment, and etc. So it means that we are talking about secretarial duties or administrative duties. Okay, that's the first concept that you have to understand first. Okay, so first of all, do not forget to write down, okay, the administrative or secretarial duties in the office. You got it? Okay, that's the first concept. The second one, when checking about your work or your others' work, you do not it's highly suggested that you do not only respond with oh yes or no, but tell the details. So for example, on your handout, there is a table there. Okay, you see the table. The table on your left met the new secretary in finance, seen the plans for the new extension, and then been to France, move house, and then after that, it's going to be about a conversation between Hillary and Karen. So when you see the conversation, it is not only, for example, have you met the new secretary in finance? Oh yes, I have. Oh no, I haven't. No, it is not as simple as that. What I mean here by saying about this, tell the details, is that you are trying to come into more comprehension. You are trying to see about other things. So for example, I'm going to see about met the new secretary. Hi Hillary, by the way, it's so busy right now, right? Oh, so hectic today. So I have a question for you. Have you met the new secretary in finance? Excuse me? The new secretary in finance? Yes, the new secretary. Um, a lady there. The name is Sarah. Sarah. No, no. I haven't met the new secretary in finance. I haven't met Sarah. What's up? Oh yeah, you. I think you should try to meet her because her personality is good, and then blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's what I mean by tell the details. Yeah. Okay. Next, we are going to have the concepts. The formula used is present perfect tense. Okay, present perfect tense. So you have to be more familiar with this. I do not have to explain about subject plus have or has, verb 3, and etc. I think you have already known this. You know about this when you were in senior high school. Okay, but at least you are now more familiar with this. For example, Karen has typed the minutes of her last meeting. How can you make it into negative? Karen has not typed the minutes of last meeting. Interrogative one. Okay. Has Karen or has she typed the minutes of the last meeting? Okay, and when talking about this present perfect tense, when talking about this topic about office talk, you are going to combine with other tenses. So, for example, when I take the example coming from the last slide. Have you met the new secretary in finance? Oh, no, I haven't met the new secretary. Who is, uh, who is the person or who is her, for example? Oh, she's Sarah. Sarah? I think it's quite familiar with me. Um, Sarah, is she? I think I know the person. Um, has she graduated from Tarakanita? Oh no, I haven't asked anything on the educational background, but I just know that she's Sarah and then her personality is good, blah blah blah. Okay, so you are going to combine that with other tenses. It's not merely about present perfect tense. Okay, so in order to have more understanding, I suggest you to try to see the hangouts, okay, the sample of the conversation on your hangout. There is a conversation between Karen and also Hillary. Okay, you can read that. You can underline about the present perfect expressions, and then after that, another use of present perfect um, concepts. And then I really would like you to try to see page number 5 on your handout. Page number 5. Okay, you are going to be familiar with the use of already and yet. Already and yet. Okay, in Bahasa Indonesia, it's familiar with the meaning. It is telah. Okay, but remember, the use of already and yet is slightly different. Okay, for already it's for the positive answers, but yet that's for negative or interrogative answers. Okay, so for example, you see the conversation here. Have you seen the plans? If it's positive answer, you can answer, for example, oh yes, I've already seen them. If it is not, okay, negative one, you can say, oh, I haven't seen them yet. So yet it is only for negative or interrogative. Okay, already is for the positive. But sometimes we can put have you already seen? Remember, have you already seen the plants? Sometimes we put um, already into the question, into interrogative. Sometimes when you put already into the questions, so the answer has to be positive. Okay, when you put already into the questions, the answer should be positive. So, for example, I give you another example. Have you already seen the plants? Oh yes, I've already seen them. But when you say, have you already seen the plants? You cannot respond, I haven't seen them yet. No. Okay, so once again, you can use already in question if you know that the answer is positive. If it is not, you can use yet. Have you seen the plants yet? For example, the answer can be already or yet. Understandable? Hopefully you understand on this. Okay. Next, the use of since and for. In applying the concept of present perfect tense, sometimes you are using the word since and for. Okay, since represents the starting point of time, and 4 about period of time. Okay, for example, I'm going to use 2015. 2015. Simon has worked there since 2015. But when I'm going to use 4, Simon has worked there for 5 years. Okay, we assume that 5 years is started from 2015 to 2020. You got this? Okay, so once again, since is starting point of time, but 4 is for the period of time, the length of the time. Okay, so you count the time. Okay, yeah, this is the concept that you are going to use. Sometimes you are going to use already, yet, since, and also for. That's the concept that you are going to find in present perfect tense. Okay, I think that's all the theory that you are going to understand. Yeah, I'm sure that you know this actually. Okay, it's a kind of review only. You have learned this since senior high school, and we are going to use this for the administrative or secretarial duties. Okay, present perfect tense. In this case, for the topic office talk, we are going to use this for administrative or secretarial duties. We are going to check your work or others' work. Right, so on page number 6, I'm sure that there are some boxes there, box A, box B, and also box C. You can try to practice it. Okay, you can try to practice it with your partner. For example, for box A, Hillary and Karen, the action, for example, found a new file on Buffy's status now. So you can start with the introduction, for example, hi Karen, oh hi, how are you? Hillary, for example. Um, I just arrived and the traffic is so uh, hectic, for example. I'm coming late this morning. I don't know about, but I feel so tired today. Oh yeah, you just take a drink first. Okay. By the way, have you found the file on Buffy's? Sorry, the file on Buffy's? Buffy's? Buffy's the company name? That agent? No, I haven't. Yeah, so that's the example on how you practice the conversation. If you have practice for box A, box B, box C, you can come into how you practice on exercise on page number 7. Page number 7. There are student A and also student B. Okay, and there is a checklist there. For example, met all managers. Have you met, for example, the production manager or marketing manager, or up to you? And then after that, write the office rules and regulations. Okay, study the word processing manual. What about seen all departments? Have you seen all departments? Oh no, I haven't seen all departments. It's only production department because I know I have a friend in production department. Oh, who is your friend? Who is um, your friend there? Oh yeah, my friend there is James. James is working as production staff there. But I haven't seen marketing department and personnel department. I haven't got any time. I feel so busy this week, for example. Okay, and then after that, you may continue into both meal tickets for next month or receive details of the company sport facilities, join any of the company clubs, and etc. You can choose. Um, wait a minute. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think you can choose 3 or 4 checklists, but you come into the details. What I mean by saying come into the details is that it is not only mentioning yes or no, I haven't, I have, and etc. But try to come into the details. Try to take your logical thinking. Okay. Practicing with partners, you may do it with your friends you are comfortable with. Okay, friends from other classes will do, no problem. Okay, I think for practicing, you can take other friends from other classes, no problem. Or friends in the class, it's no problem for that. Better not to have scripts. Okay, better not to have script, because later on I'm going to choose you the partner when I'm checking your conversation. So you don't need any script exactly, because the response coming from your friends might be different with the script that you have prepared. I think that's all, guys. Good luck. Hopefully you understand about the explanation coming from the slides. See you.